Good evening, everybody. Kind of promised a few videos on my bags, and did the TP4B yesterday, the one that pretty well goes in on every job. This one is the second most used bag, and it's the Tech MCT. The Tech version of the Veto bags have a lot more pockets in them. Very nice stuff. This bag is the same age as the TP4B. I ordered them, well, within a week or two of each other, so I've had it a good 6 months also, and still looks really good, but I'm not exactly one to drag it under a house or whatever. It goes into a lot of jobs, though. Anyway, we'll start right here on the outside of the bag. They put a really nice tape clip on these. The thing never wears out from what I can tell. It is solid. And these are cheap, and you don't hear that from me much, but that's one of my favorite tapes right there. I like the ones that just basic. Anyway, 16 foot's all I need. And of course, you know me and my pica markers. This is one of the smaller pica pencils, and I've got multiple color leads for them and everything in the truck if I need them, but these are in every bag. I just love them. And of course, there's ink saws in every bag. You always need those. They're a nice Sharpie alternative. Then I have a little deal here where I can put all my rental keys, usually for the day. If I'm gonna hit a bunch of places and I need different keys, I just clip them all right on my bag. And a Cline Magnetizer. So if you pull a screwdriver out and it's not magnetic, you can just pass it through here and go to town. And it is after that. Other side here, roll of electrical tape. Don't need a lot on this bag, so I just have one, so it lays pretty flat. Normally I have another pica, a couple more pins here, but they got stolen off of here to go on another bag. And of course, glove holders. And gloves are in the thing, but I have those mechanics hand strap black ones. Anyway, that's what I like. Got my Klein keychain on this side. I just thought it looked cool. And don't really use a shoulder strap on here much. I really probably should just take it off, but I guess it'll be there for now. Here in the front, I have my Fluke alligator clips for the silicone leads and some AAA batteries and a 9-volt. I have basically the things in here that cover whatever meter inside might need a battery. I keep an extra one of. Up here is really nothing but some plumbing mesh for sanding. Okay, let's see. That's going to be, let's start with hand tool side. This side is going to be, let's see if we have anything in these. Yeah. Oh, there's a 9-volt right there. Anyway, I keep a couple of 9-volts because sometimes people need an extra smoke detector battery. And I like to be able to just swap it if it's beeping while I'm there. I hate listening to them while I'm on a job, and it's just a safety thing too. One extra thing you can eliminate for a customer, makes them happy. So this folds down, and here is the inside of my hand tool side. Of course, very handy little tool here, the Wera Tool Check Plus, and I use the goodness out of this. It's got a lot of bits. Little tiny ratchet here that is unbelievably handy if you're in a little tiny box or something. The thing is, what, literally the length of an index finger. Yeah. So, very tiny little deal. 1/4-inch drive, super handy. And then of course I assume it's like a wrap adapter here they call it, or something like that. But nice little kit for having a few sockets and everything you basically need. This will stick in the front pouch of the TP4B also if you need to have a lot more little options with you. I used to keep it in there all the time, but I would bet it adds a pound to the bag, so quit doing that. Okay, dig it on in. Keep one light in here. This is the Milwaukee Rover. I don't use a lot of Milwaukee tools. I'm kind of getting into them a little more, but red lithium USB. And this is one cool little light. It's got, I guess, high and low and off. Has a little clip here on the back, but the important part is that end is magnetic. If you're working, say, in a furnace closet next to a hot water heater, anything like that, you can stick this light on right on the side of it and turn it on shining down, and it is just amazing for that. It'll stick to the wall of metal, side of a water heater, whatever. So inside an electrical panel, it'll snap right on the inside, lights up the whole thing. This is awesome. And charges with a USB cable that you just keep in your truck. So great little thing to have. Set of big Allen keys for electrical panels. Those are south wire, but I had to have them one day, and so that's what I got. Normally I'd order Klein, but we don't have a Home Depot here, so I can't just go get Klein. I only have Lowe's. Home Depot's an hour and a half away or more. I do have the Klein multi-nut driver. I don't know how many this has in it, but it has a lot of nut drivers. And of course you can put a wrench on it too. It's a heavy tool, but it beats carrying like 11 nut drivers in your bag. Up here across the top, I have socket adapters for everything from 1/4 to 1/2 inch drive, in case I run across those. And I have 1/4 and 5/16 and 3/8 magnetic DeWalt, the little slide cleans up here also. Some outlet spacers right here, if you use these, little green outlet spacers. I hate when people don't use those and the mess is just floating in the wall. To me, that's very unprofessional. So I like to get them spaced on correctly so they're solid. Two little rolls of white and black 12 gauge wire. Just handy for all kinds of things like that. But pair of Klaus titanium shears. These will cut everything from flashing to rubber material, whatever. Nicest little scissors I've probably ever had. They have a nice little closing deal there. They have a wire cutter even on the side of them. But those are nice. Pair of straight Linux 10 snips. Aviation snips, I guess they're called. Small pry bar. Underneath that is my case that I keep my Surefire batteries in. Normally has 6. They holds them really nice. These are on eBay, I think, or Amazon, something like that. They hold these batteries just perfectly. They don't fall out. So nice little cases, and they're really cheap too. $2 or $3 maybe. And it actually says made in the USA on the back, so surprise, surprise there. That is it on that little side. Let's throw a couple of those things back in, so I keep everything straight like I like it. Okay, moving across the front here, we have a Linux 11-in-1. Really like these. They're really reasonable for what they are. I want to say I get them on sale every once in a while at Lowe's for right around $8, so not bad. A Klein multi-stubby ratchet. So this pulls out, has square drives on one end, number 1 and number 2 square, and flat and Phillips on the front. And then of course your 1/4 and I believe 5/16 drive right there as well. And it's forward and reverse. You can flip it either way you want. Nice little tiny driver. I like it a lot too. There's a small, number 3 Phillips, I guess, and a number 4. And then another one of my favorite screwdrivers is the Klein Tools HVAC 8-in-1. This has their little quick change where all you do to go from 1/4 to 5/16 is just pop that forward, and it slides inside that little, if you can see that, you got 1/4, you pop it out, you have 5/16. Really neat. And it has a little piece here you can screw up against it if you're going to use that other size a lot. You can keep it from sliding in and out. The other end has your Phillips flathead Schrader valve, which is really nice for anything, your car tires, whatever, but tiny Phillips also, like for a thermostat, and of course multiple nut driver sizes. That is one handy little tool. You can about do a small HVAC repair just with that one tool. A lot of times that lives in my TP4 And I just threw that extra 6.5 millimeter in there. And also have my Wera ratcheting. This is the one that pops open, has all the bits inside. And it's a ratcheting bit holder screwdriver, so it has the 1/4 inch on the end. And you can put whatever you like in there, and it's magnetic also. They snap in really well. The Weras are really nice little deals. Let's see, what else we got over here? Little bitty crescent wrench. And I can get those out without pulling the others. Got a couple of these. You kind of need these once in a while. When you need them, you need them. The little angled flat and Phillips deals. I guess I've got them in number 1 and number 2 on both. And then tiny set of Allen wrenches. These are just little project sources. They're like $1. I keep them folded up and they're just stuck right down in there. Sometimes I'll have a customer that needs an Allen wrench for something, or for some reason I'm not using my good ones. I don't know why, but I have them in there for a reason. I can leave the customer a whole set if they need them for something. Doesn't matter, they're $1. Then of course these, which are some of my favorite tools here, the Knipex plier wrenches. And these are the 2-inch. SW52/2-inch, the 8602-250. If you want to see what numbers they are, right there. 0 to 52 millimeter, which is 2-inch. These are just amazing. It pretty much replaces a crescent wrench. I only carry that one tiny one, but these go out to 2-inch size. You still keep the handles really close together, even when they're wide like that. You know, you've got full grip on them. But a lot of times when you need a wrench, you need 2. So I have 2 of these larger size ones right here in this pocket. And then here in the other pocket, we have 2 pair of Knipex Cobras, the same size, and they're the quick slides too. I'm not sure what size these are. 8702-250, so they're 250 millimeter, and they're the quick set Cobras. But these are really, really nice. I used to use the Irwins a lot, but there's really no comparison. The teeth on the Irwins within a year are so messed up. Honestly, you grab the wrong thing and in one job, they're bald. So these have been in strong use with me for a while, and you can see how nice sharp cut those teeth are. You get a good bite with these. A few more little screwdrivers. There's a Klein 8-in-1 up in here. Another number 3, number 6, and number 4 flats, and a couple of thermostat drivers up here in the top side. These are the Wiha. Well, if I turn it the right way, it might help, huh? Well, there's Wiha, and I have a flat and a Phillips, and they're 0 and a 0.4 there. So those 2 live in the little, looks like they're made for it, thermostat pockets right up there. Some OxyGuard right here in the front for your electrical connections. I don't just stuff these bags hard. I keep quite a bit in here, but they're not just stuffed to the gills. I like to be able to get to my stuff, I really do. And get this repacked. Probably should do it off video, huh? Like a professional video person probably would do. Anyway, I'll just stick that right back in there. The whole thing will close right back up over it. The zippers on these bags are just fantastic too. But there you go, and that's how much is in one side. All right, here we go. Other side. And this is my electrical side. Right here. I have an Electricians machine screw assortment. You never know when a fan fixture's missing a screw, you're missing a ground screw, a fixture screw, whatever. It's right there. Got a little set of parts, stab-ons, and just a few pieces are in here. I don't want a huge heavy bunch of mess to carry. And then I got a set of the Snap-on, well, not Snap-on brand, but these are Fluke 1000 volt 10 amp leads that will take all the accessories on one end. So that's what you put your alligators on or anything like that. And of course right here is my regular Fluke leads, and you want to get these. These are the ones where you just turn the tip and it retracts like that. They're silicone leads. They're not the ones that come with your meter. They're a whole lot better. And once you handle them, you'll just retire the others. Down that side, got a pair of Knipex linesmans. Pair of Knipex alligators insulated in the center. And they're, I'm not sure, 250 millimeter also, Knipex. They just stand right up the center pocket there. A Knipex Romex knife. Really nice for getting the jackets off of Romex, things like that. Another non-contact tester. I got these in almost every bag. Little El Cheapo light with a magnet at the bottom that you can stab in somewhere for a little light. Couple of small Wera Phillips and flats. Number 1 Phillips here. And I don't know why they do these in green, but a Wera number 1 square drive. And 3.5 millimeter, 4.0 millimeter. And then these actually are Max Pro insulated, but they're the ones that you get with sets of Knipex tools. I don't know why Knipex doesn't have their own brand on the screwdrivers you get with Knipex. Maybe they own them, I don't know. Quote me on any of that. But I've got Phillips and flat in the 1000 volt, and then a number 2 square over here. Really need a number 2 square in an electrical bag. It's very handy. Fluke 62 Max infrared thermometer. This is a nice unit. You can just put your dot wherever and it'll give you the reading. And this one's got a few extra options. You can check everything and it'll hold. Looks like it's real close to 90 degrees out here. And it automatically turns off, so you don't have to mess with it. That lives here in the front. Use that for checking vent returns, things like that. Make sure ACs are cooling properly. And a Fluke 324 Plus for your amp clamp meter. Really nice, versatile little meter. I really like it. Anything you're diagnosing on a AC unit, thing like that is very, very nice. And then, of course, you gotta have a multimeter. This is the Fluke 117 True RMS. This is, you know, got your nice little stand on the back so you can set it up. Got a backlight on the screen and everything so you can see better. That was one reason for going with that one. I did not want one that didn't have a backlit screen. But the leads all interchange on both meters, so you only have to carry the sets of leads you need that'll handle both. And just one for accessories and one for that. Up here's a couple more alligator clips and your thermocouple. That's about all I keep up in there. I try to keep this electrical side a little more smaller. I don't like it spilling out everywhere. Other than I do jam all this stuff in there, I guess. But you got to have some screws. You have to have a few small parts, and really, there's not much of a better way to do it with the Veto bags. So these just can live anywhere right here in the front. They need to be used almost any time this side of the bag's being opened. Anyway, that's what I carry in my Tech MCT. I'm sorry about how long this video is. It's kind of ridiculous, but 20 minutes it looks like now. But not sure I can do that any faster. I do have a Tech LC. It's not a Tech LC, but I have a regular LC and a CT bag, and got an OT going to be coming in also. OT MC, yeah. And so we'll get some videos up on those. I really appreciate y'all watching the channel, and if you like this video, subscribe and hit that bell down there. subscribes right down here and hit the bell so that you actually get a notification when we post a video. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. We really appreciate this, and see y'all later. Try to stay cool. It's a hot one here. Oh, one other thing. I got in my new, I know, clothing, huh? Got in my new block loader, I'm assuming they're called, pants. These are the X1600s. I'm gonna try to say a few things about them in a few days. So I'm gonna give them a good wear and break in and see how I like them. So far, I just put them on a while ago and they seem to be really nice. So should have some pretty neat little videos coming up. Thanks for watching, and catch y'all on the next one.